Do you see the Sasquatch? There's two of them in this photo. I'm going to zoom in on him for you here. There he is, looking through the brush. Now, I've been accused of seeing pareidolia, and pareidolia, well, I'll put the definition up for you. It's actually seeing images and things, maybe in the leaves you see a face, or in the brush, something that's not there, that our mind's playing tricks on us. But if it is pareidolia, then you should be able to pick out the same image at a later date, or say you get one at nighttime, well, you should be able to pick it out in the brush in the daytime, or vice versa, or the next day the image should still be there. Here's a baby Sasquatch peering out from a tree, and some people say, oh, that's in the bark on the tree, you know. Well, and there I've zoomed in on him. If it is, then when you take a picture with the same camera the next day, you should be able to see that same image. It shouldn't have moved if it's pareidolia. Here's a picture the next day, the same camera, and I'm going to zoom in on the spot where the Sasquatch was peering through the brush under the bent over tree there. Right there's the spot where the face was. It's gone. So pareidolia, you're not going to see it one day and then not see it the next in the same spot. And if it was, seeing it in the leaves, or it would still be there the next day. It's not there. See, there he is the previous day, and then the next day the same. And here's where the baby was, and you see that it's not there. The image is not there the next day. There he is. That I'm just comparing photos to show you that this was actually, living creatures that were there. Now, I'm going to throw in some bonus material. In the pics that I had gotten before, I've discovered some other Sasquatch in this picture with this big one. There's actually a female standing or right next to her. And it took me a long time to see her and to be able to I've drawed it out there, right there. She's right next to this one. And I just wanting you to see her. There I've circled her. And I've put up an Albert Osman, some of his recording, and I'd encourage you to listen to him, because he describes the female Sasquatch, and I want you to listen to this and look at the evidence here.
The young fellow might have been between 11 and 18 years old, and about 7 feet tall, and might weigh about 300 pounds. His chest would be 50 to 55 inches, his waist about 36 to 38 inches. He had wide jaws, narrow forehead that slanted upward, round at the back, about 4 or 5 inches higher than the forehead. The hair on the head was about 6 inches long. The hair on the rest of the body was short and thick in places. The woman's hair on the forehead had an upward turn like some women have. They call it bangs among women's hairdos. Nowadays, the old lady could have been anything between 40 and 70 years old. She was over 7 feet tall. She would be about 500 to 600 pounds. She had very wide hips and a goose-like walk. She was not built for beauty or speed.